Yo, what's going on, y'all? Man, thank y'all for tuning to another episode of Vlad Sports Talk. Another week back at it again with my brother,
yes,
my co-host, Mr. Sean Blake.
And the people here with it. You know, I'm feeling good and just, obviously, my birthday was last week.
Happy birthday to the old man. The old
back
old
at
man.
it and feeling good, feeling still young, regardless of what the age might say. I know y'all see me with my glass. Young as ever.
Is that prescription that I see on your face?
Not prescription, it's for style.
Oh, it's for style?
It's prescription, I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, so now you wear glasses? Oh, all those times you used to pick on me for wearing my
I don't need it. It just helps sharpen up everything that's
what they
me.
all say. They say I don't need it until they get to a certain age and they need it.
I don't need it. I just
okay, SpongeBob.
It's to help sharpen up, like I said, but until the good stuff.
But before we get into it, I know that even though it was yesterday, I still want to wish a happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there. At the end of the day, we love and appreciate everything that you guys do. It doesn't just have to be Mother's Day to show our love, our appreciation, our thanks.
Strong black queens.
Strong black queens. All the queens that's out there that's doing it on a day-to-day basis. I know it's not easy, but at the end of the day, y'all carried us, brought us into this world, cared for us, loved us, our first love, if we being completely honest. So, happy Mother's Day to my mom, Sean's mom, everybody's mom out there. You feel me? Just happy Mother's Day to everybody. I know when Father's Day comes, we're not going to have the same conversation. But
too many deadbeats out there.
Yeah,
y'all
too
don't
much.
get the same recognition.
Yeah, too much. Yeah, it's too much out there.
To say, but there are some good fathers out there. But
absolutely,
right now it's not your time.
It's not. It's this Mother's time. So we, like I said, it don't have to be Mother's Day to show your love and appreciation. So always show your mom or the most important woman in your life. That has your child or like an auntie or whatever the case may be. Always show them appreciation at the end of the day. So to hop right into things for sports, because I definitely want to get things kicked off with a little bit of football before we get into the basketball, because this is going to be like a short episode for y'all. I seen a couple of headlines, after you said, for the NFL schedule, that we got the Ravens and the Chiefs officially opening up on September 5th. Great and then game. I also see that the Cowboys are going to verse the Browns, and Tom Brady, that's his first debut as a broadcaster.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Brady in the booth?
Yeah. It'll be exciting to see. That right there is kind of showing you he really is taking it a full step away from even returning back to the game and venturing off into his next, career, which is broadcasting. Most of these players do end up becoming some kind of broadcaster, analyst, or, insider. So it's good to see. I don't know when a part of the season is at. Like, that's the first game you said?
I think that's gonna be his first game of the season. So I don't know when exactly. I think the Cowboys and the Browns, they open up the season.
Oh,
so
really?
that'll be a week one schedule.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be a week one. I think it'll be
probably
Fox.
A Sunday. Oh, Fox? Okay,
I think that's
so
on
it's
Fox.
Probably like a primetime evening game. So, which is a good game because, you got the healthy Deshaun. Obviously, for those who love the Cowboys, people going to tune in. So it'll be exciting to see.
And also, as you said as well, too, with the Ravens and the Chiefs, that's going to be a very good one as well, too.
It's going to be a
rematch of the AFC Championship game last year. Yep.
And still, my early prediction, I still see the Chiefs winning it again.
Hold on. Pause. Time out. Because I remember last week, bro. I'm not going to let you off the hook, bro.
What did I say last week?
So, if my memory serves me correctly, because y'all know y'all boy got good memory, Sean said that he don't want to see a three-peat. He collected.
I don't.
He asked for 31 others, because mind you, it's 32 teams. He asked for 31 other teams to basically come together and knock off the Kansas City Chiefs.
Sure did.
So what's the change of heart this week now, bro?
I'm not saying I wouldn't want the Ravens to win. I would love the Ravens to win. But the way the NFL is set up right now, they're going to let the Chiefs win, even if it's by a half a point, which don't even exist. They're going to somehow find a way to let them win. But go Raves. I hope y'all, able to put your foot in it. Because they did, mind you. No one's seen the Lions beating the Chiefs last year in the opener.
And that was a close game, too.
That was a close game.
21-20. Yeah. You only lost by a point.
But, let's see. But at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter. Because guess what? They still end up winning the championship. They won what's most important.
At the end of the day, like I said, there's a difference between regular season and postseason.
Yeah. So, win or lose, it don't really make too much of a difference for that week one game. But I would love to see the Ravens get the early head start and, get some kind of redemption. Hopefully karma doesn't hit them and they end up versing each other again in the playoffs and fall short again.
Joe Burrow will be back healthy this year, so that's something to look out for.
If he stays healthy.
Yeah, if he stays healthy, but still, like you said, that AFC North with Deshaun in Cleveland, with Joe Burrow in Cincy, and I still don't. Pittsburgh is not up there, but still, like the thing that Mike Tomlin has been able to done with that team, I still don't count that out. So the AFC North is very stacked. That's all I can say. It's very stacked.
It is. There's literally a solid starting quarterback for every team now.
Yeah.
So I mean, the weakest one we would say
maybe Pittsburgh,
the Steelers, because of Russ, but. You never know with that two-headed monster now that they potentially might have with Justin Fields. If, we'll see what happens. But now that, Russ is in a different system with a great head coach, who knows what could it really turn out in Pittsburgh. And the team's overall is solid. They made the playoffs without Kenny Pickett.
That's why I said they did make the playoffs last year. They lost in the first round to the Bills.
Which is expected, but...
True.
Still, who knows? Who knows where that can... That's probably the hardest... I want to say the hardest division especially in the AFC.
It's AFC North. It's definitely
all
the
of the
AFC North.
The most competitive one. Like everybody has a chance to win it.
True.
Potentially.
Because last year everybody beat up on everybody. Pretty much for the most part.
Everybody stole at least a win from each other at some point. So yeah. We'll see. But
also as well too, I know you also seen that Jared Goff did get paid. 4 years, 212.
Happy for him, but I'm not happy. Because now that sets the bar for Tua now. Tua's not going to accept anything.
Yeah, but the quarterback market always resets. And not even that. He's
the second highest paid quarterback.
Yeah, behind Joe Burrow. But still, for Tua, I need to see another year.
Why?
I need to see another year, bro.
Okay. Granted, he didn't do this acclimates with the current team he's on. I'm speaking of as far as Jared Goff.
Mm-hmm.
He went to a Super Bowl. He's won a few playoff games.
Yeah.
Tua has yet to do so.
Exactly. He hasn't even won the division yet.
Now I don't know if you've been seeing, but since that happened, straight nothing but Dolphin beat reporters, insiders. Okay, now Tua got to get paid $50 million, no less. $50 million a year, no less. Are you crazy? I'm sorry, people.
I'm not giving $50 million.
Bro. I'm not giving Tua Tagovailoa $50 million a year. If I'm giving you extension, yeah, $50 million. Who? You scraped the Pro Bowl, yes, your first year. In your fourth year of your contract, you got your first Pro Bowl.
And even that REIT contract is about to kick in soon. So, I mean, either they're going to have to try and cut back on him.
You got to
do that. Yes, you absolutely have to pay Waddle.
Before somebody else resets that market again.
Yep.
Go pay Waddle. Tua can, like I said, I'm going to stick with this. Tua can play out on his fifth-year option. You can still extend him halfway through the season, depending on how he performs.
I need to see towards the end of the season,
but I'm not paying him $50 million a year.
I need to see
happening. And this is coming from a diehard Dolphins fan. Y'all might think I'm crazy. No, bro. It can't. Not right now.
I need to see towards the end of the year because you made a great point, when we talked about this, recently. Because I was like, okay, pay Tua. But then when you think about it, as you literally said, the first couple of years, Tua's been banged up. Granted, that's not his fault because injuries do happen. Mm-hmm. But this was your first full healthy season. You threw 27 touchdowns. You threw about 14 picks. You should have threw more,
to be honest.
True. You had over 35. You had over 4,000 yards. He was pretty accurate for the most part. But I need another healthy season to see for myself to see whether we gonna pay you or not. And not even that. We lost in the playoffs to the Kansas City Chiefs. We not only lost the playoffs, we lost the division as well too. Because all we had to do was just beat the Bills and we won the division.
That's it.
And we haven't done that since 2008.
And we was home.
And we would have had a home game too.
I promise you, we would have to remake. I would take my chances fighting the Bills in our weather than going into the blitzing cold of Kansas City in negative record-breaking temperatures and try to win. Like, get real, people.
I'm still very pissed off about them swat circling in the press box, but that's neither here or there, bro.
Listen, he got to play half the season and show me what he could do. Granted, the year he got the concussion issue, he was on great pace.
He was
playing great. I'm not taking it away from him, but he wasn't healthy.
Those last 5 games of the season, trash.
So we're going to go ahead and just scratch that off.
Yeah, we can scratch that off.
He didn't finish the season.
No.
He played, 7 games that year?
About that.
8 games? Maybe half the season. It's called half the season. He played half the season.
Yep.
mind you, the most important part of any NFL season is the second half, not the first. I've seen a lot of teams play crappy first half, and second half turn it up and make the playoffs and go out and wreak havoc.
Make noise.
So
exactly.
When we need him the most, he wasn't there. Same thing comes again this past season. We needed him the most, couldn't make plays. That Tennessee game, to this day, it still haunts me in my sleep. You let Will Levis, young 20-year-old, 21-year-old Will Levis, come into Miami. We're up 2 touchdowns. He drives the ball on the Miami Dolphins defense.
Not once,
twice.
but twice.
Scores.
Yep.
On us. In prime time. This is why you can't play in prime. Anything that's televised nationally, we're terrible.
But, bro, we was home.
Who couldn't even get the ball to the fucking 50-yard line, bro.
And Will Levis was just driving down the ball like it was nothing.
With ease. Like it was nothing. Like, Tua was not great under pressure. I don't want when people say, the offensive line. Tennessee was playing with literally scrap metal. I'm going to be honest with you. Scrap metal. DeAndre Hopkins was their best thing out there to throw to.
Yeah.
And he made it do. We still had Tyreek. Granted, he was a little tweaked up in that game, but
we hurt his ankle.
Stop with the excuses, bro. Now this time around, we're rebuilding the whole offensive line. As you can see, I think we got like 3 to 4 new offensive linemen this offseason. Like,
which we needed to work on for sure.
No excuses. So I really want to see this time around what the excuses are going to be. Like I said, no hate to Tua. This is just purely just, I feel like realism. And when you evaluate the game in process of what you've seen these past few years, yeah, bro, he has to show a little bit more in order to be getting that 50 million. Look what Jared Goff did. He's been the Lions for 3 years now?
About that.
Last
2-3 years.
Because
last year they missed the playoffs.
They started cooking up.
They did beat the Packers, the Seahawks won. That's why they couldn't make it. So
and guess what? They left from, like you said, that second half of that season
and they
cooking
picked up right where they left off.
They picked up where they left off.
Right where they left off.
Boom. Won 2 games. Went to the conference championship game.
And lost to the 49ers.
It's barely.
Literally, barely.
And it's because their own intuition and own bad
coaching,
last-minute coaching from
plays and style. Yeah, they hurt them.
Why they didn't end up making the Super Bowl,
but
to be
still,
honest.
At least, like you said, Goff been to a Super Bowl.
He's been to a
Goff
Super Bowl.
has won the division. Goff has been to an NFC Championship game. When he was in LA under Jeff Fisher, we was like, damn, Goff sucks. But when you change to Sean McVay, you go to a Super Bowl. Now, granted, you did lose to Tom Brady 13-9, but still, you see the change from Jeff Fisher to Sean McVay, and now with Dan Campbell.
Believe it or not, they could have won. There was a lot of key drops in that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That you can't blame. He threw a beautiful dart. Who was it to? A receiver in the back of it by himself. He just dropped it. I can't remember the receiver's name at the moment. But you know what I'm talking about. We watched that same Super Bowl together.
We did, bro. It was pretty much a defensive game, but I know which one you're talking about.
If there was one touchdown that was supposed to be really scored in that game,
it was that one.
It was dropped. Wide open. He just dropped it. So at the end of the day, Goff's not to blame. He was playing a great defense, and he threw a pearl of a ball in the back of the end zone. Clearly a big miscue by the receiver at the end of the day. So
true.
Goff's not to blame. And like I said, he shows the potential to be a leader in the offense. He put a lot of these players on, he makes them look great. Amon St. Brown, no one expected him.
He got a bag.
He helped him get a bag, and now Goff got his bag.
And also the offensive tackle, what's it, Penei
Sewell.
He got a bag too. That's 3 guys right there that got a bag in Detroit.
It's well-deserving.
Much deserving of it. Hell yeah.
It's like, you can't really be mad at, what's transpiring as far as, financially for those teams that are proving out there every Sunday why they deserve this money. Because those 3 people we just named, they're going to be the big
face.
picture of why they get back to that spot again, or even be another solid playoff team. Because no one knows the Lions to being a playoff team. They know them to be a team.
Pretty much. I mean, Matthew Stafford did everything that he could. With Megatron, they made the playoffs like a couple of times. Maybe once,
and they probably they didn't win no playoff game. They got slapped the first round.
Yeah.
So,
and that was their first playoff win in 20 some years. Now we're the longest one with that drought now.
Yeah. Let's see how long. Right now, I'm not trying to say no bad karma on our team because right now I'm desperate.
Yeah, I'm very desperate at this point.
I'm getting old over here. 27 years watching the team get slapped up.
Faithfully.
Haven't seen them win a playoff game since the year 2001 or 2?
2001 or 2, yeah, because it's been 24 years.
I couldn't even much less read for real. I was 5 years old. Like,
all I'm gonna say is, bro, that you probably gonna hate me for saying this, bro, but that pride and joy that we had when we won the last game of the season, when we went 1-15
against the Baltimore Ravens.
Against the Baltimore Ravens.
Greg Camarillo, Cleo Lemon to Greg Camarillo on a slant, 60-yard, took it the distance.
That was the most joy that I ever felt as a Dolphins, because I ain't wanted to go 0-16 like the Lions did and go down in history for the wrong reasons, bro.
Did the Browns do it too?
I think the Browns did it too. Yeah, I think the Browns did it too. But that one game that we won in the season, like everybody was so happy, so joyful. So I'm like, bro, even though we only won one game, when you think about it, when we
I jumped up. I was for joy. I was probably like maybe 8. We were like 8, 9 years old.
8, 9 years, yes, bro. 8, 9 years old. Because I remember that's when I was coming from church.
Yeah.
So
sweet. And mind you, the Ravens kick our ass all the time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Typically. So the fact that we beat the Ravens last game of the season, it felt good. It felt real damn good at the time. But right now, expectations are
much higher now.
This Dolphin, at one point, I'm like, all right, we losing Wilkins. We lost
Van Ginkel. We lost X. We lost Robert Hunt. We lost Cedric Wilson. We lost a lot of people, bro.
That safety, Brandon Jones.
We lost him too. We lost a lot. Jerome Baker. We lost him.
We lost a lot of pieces on defense. Really, offense remained kind of the same a little bit, except for the tackle or the guard you just mentioned, Robert Hunt. But other than that, I didn't see us being talked about or even a contender at that. But I'm not gonna lie, Greer, he was cooking. You analyze what happened, and you say, you know what? All that money, all those players that we just lost, he took a discount. He went and got him some solid pieces. Obviously, a couple of the guys are old, like Poyer and
we have Poyer, Shaq Barrett. Shaq Barrett's another one. Was it Kendall Fuller?
He's 28, 29.
Yeah, pretty solid. He's still a pretty solid DB corner. Though. Yeah, pretty solid DB.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like,
but as you said though, like because this goes back to your point when you said that it's not about the first half of the season, about the second half. Because if you remember, the Bills played like shit in the first half of the season, and then the second half,
picking it up.
Us, we played great in the first half, and in the second half, we
cold weather kills us. Cold weather, we can't play in cold weather.
We Florida boys, bro.
Can't play in cold weather, and that's why we need to win as much as games possible first half. So when second half comes around and we do lose some of them cold games,
that's fine.
It's okay. It's not gonna sting us. We can afford to lose 2-3 games, maybe even 4. It's not gonna sting us.
At least secure your spot in the division. Win the division. You get a home playoff game. You have them come to us instead of us going on the road.
And this is why I'm gonna still keep going back down memory lane. Tennessee killed us. If we won that Tennessee game, we wouldn't have to fight no division. We could just let the Bills win. We don't care. Because we already secured our division spot.
Because all we needed was one game to win the division. That's it. That's all we needed was one game.
We went 2-5? Or 2 what did we go?
I mean, I know
our last 6.
We only beat one team above 500, and that was the Dallas Cowboys.
And so we barely beat them.
Exactly. Jake Bailey was the MVP of the game. He kicked, 5 field goals that game?
I mean, Sanders. What's he called?
Yeah, Jason Sanders. Yeah, Jason Sanders.
Yeah, he had like 5, 6 field. It was straight field goals. We didn't score a touchdown that game.
No.
The Cowboys scored 1, but yeah, bro. Stuff like that. And we're home, bro. Like, I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. But Tua got weapons now. We got a tight end, Jonnu Smith.
He's decent.
A little speedster.
He's decent.
He's better than Smythe, I'll tell you that. He's better than Smythe. No defense to Smythe, but Smythe is more so a blocking tight end in my eyes.
That's why I like the Gesicki.
So,
but yeah, like I said, Smith, Reek is still there, Waddle's still there. We still got Raheem Mostert, still got Devon Achane. We picked up another running back, Jalen Wright. Jalen Wright from Tennessee. So
we got 2 receivers named Washington, Elijah and
Taj. Is it Taj?
Washington.
Taj Washington, yeah.
So actually, both of them were number 1 receivers on their team. I don't know how they slipped so late into the 6th and 7th round, but beats me. We're gonna see what they can do on that football field, to be honest. But we have a couple pieces that we done picked up, so it's gonna be exciting to see what they can produce, to be honest. But back to the contract, No.
I need another season. That's all I'm gonna say. I need another season.
It doesn't even got to be a full. Just give me half. Give me half. Give me to like week 6, 7, and Tua's playing solid football. Yeah, and he usually always starts the season off pretty good.
Solid. That's what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, like you beat up on teams that you're supposed to beat. But when you come against a Philadelphia Eagles, you know the Kansas City Chiefs, you know who else can I say? Baltimore Ravens. That game was disgusting. You know Dallas Cowboys. I mean, even though we did beat the Cowboys per se, but still like you know Buffalo Bills, who's been clearing us in the division for a little minute now. You have to get over that hump because they're always going to have that question, are you that guy? Because if you're not that guy, they're going to have to go in the draft again, and we basically got to start over pretty much, bro. We got to find
players that suit that type of players, you know, like aesthetic and as far as his play style. Like Tua, he needs route running speed type of players. That's his niche, his bread and butter. So it's like, we can't right now, we're all locked in. We can't afford to take a step back.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying our hardest, as far as, you know, the front office trying their hardest to make this thing work with Tua. But right now, I fear that they're going to sign Tua to some crazy money. Probably make him, I don't think they're going to make him, give him golf money.
Hell no, ain't going to get that nigga for golf money.
But he might be the third, you know, highest paid quarterback in the league. Above, like, Lamar and... Who's number one right now?
Joe.
It's Joe, right?
It's Joe Burrow.
So Joe, Goff.
I think it's Lamar.
Patrick's like 4th, somewhere in there.
Patrick like 5th or 6th, bro.
Oh, because his contract
That's
is
why, because it's spread out.
Yeah.
Deshaun is up there because his contract is fully guaranteed. Lamar's up there. Jalen Hurts is up there because he's like in the 50s as well too.
$50 million for one man.
Bro, that's how times are changing.
$50 million a year for one man.
Times are changing, bro. Times are changing.
And golf shit was like 180 mil guaranteed?
170. 212.
It's crazy, bro.
Bro,
and it's only 4 years.
4 years,
You gotta think about that.
Yeah.
Ain't no time. 4 years of football can go
like that. It can go like that, of course, bro. Definitely. It goes like that.
He can play one season, God forbid, tears ACL. He's still gonna get his money.
His guaranteed money, he's still getting that.
He's still gonna get his guaranteed money,
Shit,
but
I got the bag.
But this is what I was trying to... So... This schedule, as far as what my eye see, it looks much, much easier compared to last year. A lot of people in the comments say, no, this is harder. But I want you to take your take on it.
Okay.
We're not going to obviously, we already know who the division opponents are. But at home, we have 49ers. It's probably, I want to say, the biggest or the toughest opponent right now, personally. Then we have the Titans again. This year. At home this time again.
Lord have mercy.
We got the Raiders again this year at home. We got the Jags. We haven't played them in like 2-3 years.
In a minute, yep.
And then we got the Cardinals. These are all home games. Obviously, you already know you're going to play your 3 division opponents at home as well.
True.
So away, we got the Browns.
That's a good team right there.
We got the Packers.
That's another good team right there.
The Texans, I thought the Texans was gonna be home. I wanted to be home so we could go to that.
That's
game.
away?
It's away.
Oh, that sucks, bro.
It's away. It hurt me, bro. When I seen it, I was like, I seen it on the schedule, but yes, Texans away, Rams away, Seahawks away, and the Colts are away. So out of those teams I just named, who do you think might, obviously, I'm sure you're probably gonna say the 49ers.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, that's like the main choice on there. But I mean,
I think that might be a game we might have to go to. I ain't gonna lie, because that's like the
best matchup at the crib.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
it's like mid-season though.
I wouldn't sleep on the Packers either, now, bro. They beat the brakes off the Cowboys last year, dog, in the playoffs. They
Jordan Love.
Jordan.
You see, that's the next thing why I'm saying Tua with the money. Jordan Love, 2 years in the league.
Dog, I wouldn't sleep
and
on
goes out there and
Bay.
he slaughters the Cowboys in Dallas.
Yeah, I wouldn't sleep on them.
And he was dogfighting against these same juggernaut 49ers and damn near beat them, bro.
They only lost by what, 3 points? Yeah.
Because he ended up he did some bullshit last minute. He just threw it up. He was just getting desperate and he just threw it up.
He threw the pick, the Greenlaw. But who's another one? Well, obviously, you know, even though you said that game away, which does suck, but Houston, they won a division last year.
Houston ain't no joke.
They want to play out.
They're going to be disgusting. This Houston is no joke. I'll tell you that right. Houston is no. If anybody I'm really for, it's probably them. Out of everybody, the 49ers. I ain't even worried about them right now. I ain't worried about the 49ers too much.
Oh, my God.
They're good, though. Don't get no. They're still a great team. But Houston, the pieces that I feel like right now, they're not under the radar, but they picked up a lot of pieces silently.
They did.
I don't think people are realizing until they hit the field and they start making a lot of extra noise than even what they did last year.
So one thing I was curious about before you continue, because it's been kind of, I wouldn't say bothering me, but it has been on my mind. So now that you got Stephon Diggs into the fold, there's only one football. You got Tank Dell, you got Nico Collins, you got Dalton Schultz, you got who's that other, Noah Brown, and now you add Stephon Diggs into the mix, and also Joe Mixon can also catch a couple passes here and there. So realistically speaking, because we know that Stephon has been a 1,000-yard receiver for a minute now, so do you feel like he's gonna have to sacrifice that pretty much? Because I mean, like I said, with all of the talent that you have there, like I still feel like he'll get his touches, but it's not like you in Buffalo where, okay, 14. Like here in Houston, like I said, you got a Tank Dell, you got a Nico Collins who just come off a 1,000-yard season. Tank Dell would have 1,000 if he didn't get hurt. He had like 700 yards. Dalton Schultz had a really good season. Noah Brown had a really good season. So, like I said, it's only one football now.
So what I'm thinking is what's possibly going to be the new... the football's going to have to be shared because now you have other receivers that can go out there and
get it.
Go out there and go get it.
Exactly.
Especially in the Nico Collins, because he was
He
pretty electrifying last year.
He had a great season last year.
Tank Dell would have been marvelous if he didn't get hurt towards mid-season as well.
Tank was nice. Tank was really nice.
Dalton Schultz is a nice little safety blanket in case some of them out there are locked up out there. So
true.
Stephon still might scrape 1,000 yards, but it's not going to be no 1,500. No, it's going to be like a 1,100.
Maybe just 1,000 on the
or
dot.
1,000 and some change. Like he's not going to be no big 1,000-yard receiver. A lot of that yardage is going to be shared. Like if he's a 1,000-yard receiver, then Nico Collins is going to be 800 and something, and Tank Dell might be like a 750. Dalton Schultz might be like a 700 or 600. It's going to be shared.
I feel like they could have 2 1,000-yard receivers, realistically speaking. I think that they could.
And if they do, it's going to be Stephon and Nico. I don't see Tank Dell being the 1,000-yard. And if he is the 1,000-yard receiver, it really surprised me because he really runs out the slot mostly. Because I know Stephon's not playing inside.
He's gonna play on the outside. But it wouldn't surprise me if Tank get 1,000. It wouldn't surprise me.
We'll see how it happens. He would have to really wreak havoc in that slot. Because I know that's where they're throwing him. Because he's like 5'8". So it's like...
True.
I know he can still play outside. Don't get me wrong, people. He has the route running ability and the speed to do it. But at the end of the day, you have Stephon, who's like 6'1", 6'2", or something like that. And then you have Nico, who's also like 6'2", 6'3".
6'3", yeah.
So realistically, what makes more sense is throwing Tank, especially on the 5.
Oh, yeah, in the slot. Yeah, absolutely. Put him in the slot.
Throw him in the slot, make him wreak a little havoc on his little drag, slants, or, do what he do. So, but that was a good take. I mean, he does have the potential. He was cooking.
No, he was. That's why I said that's
cooking.
I just wanted to ask you that, before I move on to my next topic. But, the next topic, this is something I really, really wanted your opinion on because this has been creating buzz for a little minute now. So, former NBA player Austin Rivers, had some words to say. So, I'm just going to read it and I'm just going to let you take off from there. I'll get my piece after you. But from Austin Rivers himself, I can take 30 players right now in the NBA and throw them in the NFL. You cannot take 30 NFL players and put them in the NBA. All you got to do is catch the ball and run north or south. I'll let you go ahead and take that away, my brother.
Austin Rivers, this is sincerely from Sean to you. I know he's not even in the league right now. Yeah.
He is on NBA Countdown.
Yeah. And there's a reason for that. But I didn't come here to bash. Let me tell you something. Both sports have their, uniqueness to them. and what makes the game so special, especially
Absolutely.
when it comes to the athleticism part of it and the physicality of it.
Facts.
But when it comes, there's a reason why NBA players are NBA players and NFL players are NFL players.
Big facts.
So with that being said, no, you can't just take 30 NBA players and throw them in there.
That's a lot.
Because one, they don't probably have the weight, the body and durability to take hits. Granted, some of them can. The only players right now I can see that you can just throw in there right now and they'll do fine. You already know who I'm going to say. Braun. Obviously, he's a little at the older age he is now, but prime
He's big
Braun
enough.
will be out there mossing people.
Zion.
Easily. Zion, like...
AE. Anthony Edwards. 'Cause I
Anthony
can see him
Edwards,
doing
yeah.
out there.
You know, like players that you could see who are dogs and have that body built for physical, toughness. But it's not just, a plug and play thing because you're an athlete. No, it doesn't work that way. These players, their body goes through a certain type of training. The training between NBA and NFL is completely different. Like their body wouldn't be able to withstand the amount of wicked hits, them helmet clashes. Believe it or not, a lot of that stuff you see on the TV, you just think it's just a little boop boop. Those players feel that shit after the game.
It's a
Lots of them,
whole
90%
lot
of them
worse.
soak in ice baths, take steroids and all kinds of injections to numb their body
It's a whole
throughout
lot
the
worse.
week. And mind you, have to come back the next following week and do it all over again.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
NBA players, there's a reason why NBA players play 82 games and NFL only plays 18. There's a big reason for that. Because one can only withstand so much.
That's a very good point.
If you put an NFL and make NFL players play 82 games, God forbid, somebody's going to be paralyzed, pass away on the field. It just can't happen. It's too physical. You can't play such a physical sport for so long.
True.
That's why football, as much as America loves it, it's one of the shortest running sports. It's the shortest season. Any other sport is longer running. Soccer is like 30-something games, I believe, like 38 games.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, basketball, 82. Baseball, 100 and like some crazy shit.
62.
NHL, another 100, I think.
Yep.
There's a reason for it. So, Austin Rivers, keep commentating basketball and stick to that because that was a blasphemous, take you just did. Because no, it's just not. So if they feel so easy, why don't you come join the NFL and see how long you last? That's just me personally. Feel me? But yeah, it ain't no I'm gonna play. But taking football players to play basketball, they could do it. But the endurance is different because you're on that court for a longer period of time. With football, you got some timeouts, a lot more.
True.
First down stops, and all that stuff. Because granted, you are on a 100-yard field.
True.
Compared to what. I would say 50-foot court. I don't know how long the court is for real. I never really actually seen to measure it out to really get the full dimensions. But at the end of the day, it's not comparable. You cannot throw an NBA player into the NFL. And I'm going to give the same respect to the NBA. You can't just throw an NFL player into the NBA. Granted, it might transition a bit more easier that way. And I'm just saying that personally, on my eyes, I think you can throw because it's less physicality. It's more so having endurance and being more in shape.
True.
For sure.
Yeah,
because there's
absolutely.
I'm gonna be honest. There's not much out of shape people in the NBA. Most of the players are in shape.
Yeah, absolutely.
You might see a heavy set guy in the NFL because of that's what was required, especially on the defensive tackle side or the offensive tackle side. Those are the heavy set guys. But NBA, everybody's pretty much lean and fit for the most part because you run up and down the court for a good minute.
Which is true.
So that's kind of my gist on it. What about you?
For me, growing up, football's always been my favorite sport. But I love the game of basketball as well, too. So I won't sit here and disrespect another man's sport, just to uphold my sport. Because at the end of the day, they athletes, too.
For sure.
They put their bodies through, rigorous, training and off seasons. Just like, it's not the same, but you did a lot to get to the point to where you at. But I 100%, 1,000% agree with you because there's no way in hell that you could just take 30 NBA players and put them in the NFL. Like it's a whole lot more than just running north or south.
I'm telling you.
You got to learn reads. You got to run the right route, or you're gonna get clapped through the middle, whatever the case may be. You gotta, even if you were offensive lineman, you gotta block your man, whether it's in the A gap, B gap, C gap, whatever it is. If you're a quarterback and you see like a Dwight Freeney or Lawrence Taylor coming off the edge, you don't have time to sit there and react. Pretty much, you got to learn the shifts, you got to learn the motions. On defense, you gotta travel with your man or tell the next dude to be like, okay, you pick him off and I'm gonna stay at home. Like, it's a whole lot that goes into football. And then same thing for basketball too. It's not just running up and down the court shooting a basketball, because they got their own plays as well too. Sure. And not even that. Me personally, I feel like, because you literally just said it, basketball players are a whole lot more shit than football players are, because you gotta, playing a 4-court game is not easy. I'm gonna give y'all that. Like, I'll keep it a buck, because I don't
playing half court when we was just and be getting winded.
I don't have time to be running up and down the court, bro. A full court, I don't have time for that shit. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I don't got time for that shit, bro. Like Sean said, I'm already getting winded in a half court game. What I look like doing up and down the court on a full court game, but that's y'all profession. Y'all did that to the highest level. You feel me? But nah, bro, I can't sit here and like you said, like I can't sit and take 30 NFL players and put them in NBA, tell them go shoot a basketball. No, because I'll be disrespectful towards y'all. You feel me? So at the end of the day, I just feel like you just gotta be respectful in that end, because football's not an easy sport. Like Sean said, like if you're playing from Pop Warner up until the league that you make, like those hits, they take toll over time. That's why most people, they stop after high school, they stop after little league, they stop after college, because you may seem fine in a minute. But once that adrenaline leaves your body, you take off that helmet, them pads, you take off them cleats, bruh, your body
feels
is
achy. If you ever haven't worked out ever and you get a good workout session, you wake up that next morning, your body feels like it's on fire.
That's what it feels like.
There you go.
That's what it feels like. And I only played up to the high school level. I don't mind. Like, no, real shit. I'll say that like proudly. I only played up to the high school level. Yeah, and my body was exhausted. Like literally exhausted. So imagine the people that's on the college level and the professional level. And like Sean said, like it's a 17-week season. And not even that. Think about it. The NFL, like football player career, is much shorter than the NBA career.
Easily.
Because you're taking so much, you take all those hits built after time. That's what most guys after 5 years, after 10 years, they may have a great Luke Kuechly, he walked away from the game. Calvin Johnson, he walked away from the game. Barry Sanders, he walked away from the game at a very early age. Andrew Luck walked away from the game at a very early age. You feel me? I don't really see too much NBA players after 4 or 5 years saying, I'm gonna retire.
If they stop playing, it's because a team just didn't want them and they decided to move on with their career. But
pretty much,
players just don't walk away from the game in the NBA because of injuries or, no. Look at Derrick Rose, tore both of his ACL, and he's still
coming out there.
He's still coming out there.
Being a valuable asset.
NFL, not so likely.
It's not so likely.
It's probably going to be like, yeah, it might be time for you to hang it up before you pass away on that field.
Facts.
And they're going to tell you just like that. CTE is now a thing in the NFL, and it's the only sport you hear of CTE.
I wouldn't even say now, because I feel like that it's always been around, but we didn't have technology
to analyze it.
Exactly as advanced back then as we do now.
So it's now a new worry for players now. And now they have to get these special helmets that we see integrated in NFL with special padding and all that. Now I'm hearing like in practices, they're going to start making sure these players wear padding in practice to avoid, practice concussions that could affect them going into the game. Like it's a serious thing.
Having a concussion sucks too, bro. Cause that's the main part of your head right here. Like the brain is just moving around. Yeah. You don't know what's going on. Like it's a lot, bro. Football takes a lot. Like I said, basketball takes a lot too. Cause I won't be disrespectful to basketball players, cause I love basketball too. But like I said, like Sean literally just said, like the trainings are different. What you do for football, like certain positions, they got to lift at a much greater rate than other positions do, because you got to be built to take the hits. You got to be built to make the hits, take the contacts. Like, I even seen something as a joke. I don't know why the hell somebody would joke about that. They said putting Wemby at receiver.
Who? What?
Victor Wemby? Bruh, I don't.
God.
Bruh, safeties will look at this nigga as lunch meat, bruh. They'll be like,
at his safeties frame, that will body him. Even though he's probably like 7 inches taller than him, they will body him.
I would take Orion Clark, still right now, who's retired, and plug him back there. Or Ed Reed. Like, that's why I said, like, you think guys like that are just sitting for the pick? No, they trying to send a message, bruh. Don't throw nothing deep back here if you want to. That's all I gotta say.
Wemby would get paralyzed if he was out and playing football. He's just he has no body mass to him. He's just tall and he's athletic.
I just laughed at it, bro. I just laughed at it.
That's stay. Everybody's in their right spot.
Yeah,
where
everybody's
they need
in it. Literally, like you're where you're at, where you need to be. So we gonna leave it at that. We gonna leave it at that. But to conclude the pod before we get up out of here, obviously NBA season is going on. So currently the Cavaliers won today. They beat the Cavaliers. No, the Celtics beat the Cavaliers to go up 3-1 in that series, 109 to 102. Yeah, that series is done. The Knicks and the Pacers are 2-2 right now. I got a problem with that. I'm gonna come back to that. The Nuggets and the Timberwolves. A lot of y'all said that the Nuggets was done after being down 2-0. And as the late great Kobe Bryant said, rest in peace, Mamba. Job not done yet, bro.
It's not. The series is wide open again.
Y'all take 2 in our court. We take 2 in y'all court.
Which is the craziest thing to me.
The Nuggets took control back of this series. That's all I gotta say, bro. That's all I have to say.
Anthony Edwards, you need to go out there and fight for your life tomorrow night.
Bro, it can't just be him, though.
I'm calling it right now. He's dropping about 50 plus.
He could drop 50 plus all he wants to, but at the end of the day, where's Karl Anthony Towns?
Karl Anthony Towns going to drop about 30.
Where's Rudy Gobert?
is going to drop about 20 or 15 to 20.
I believe it when I see it,
and he's
bro.
going to have about at least 4 blocks.
Because the first 2 games, Cat played great. The games 3 and 4, I couldn't find it. I seen a wanted poster. I ain't seen nothing. Rudy Gobert wasn't there for game 3. Congratulations on your child. You feel me? That comes first and foremost. Congratulations on a healthy baby.
Rudy got another.
Well, yeah, because he was in there in game 3 because he wanted to go be with his wife for the birth of his baby. So he was in there in game 3. That's when they spanked the Nuggets. Game 4, he came back. They lost. Nas Reed, I ain't really hearing too much from him. Daniels, I ain't really too much from him. Mike Conley will give you a little something. He's 36 now, but still.
He's old, yeah. This might be his last little saga run, too.
It just might be, but Anthony Edwards can't do it by himself. That's all I can say. So Anthony Edwards could drop 50 or 60 all he wants to, but who else is coming to the party? Because he could walk into the party with no invite, just face gated.
At this point, I'm about to go out there and fly to Minnesota and lace up, bro.
Bro, Jokic will look at you and laugh, bro.
And help my boy out.
Jokic will look at you and laugh at you, bro. Jamal Murray will be like, get this little man off the court.
Bro, you been a little disrespectful lately, too.
Hey.
That half court right in front of Kevin Harlan.
Dog, I ain't gonna lie. That was flexing at his bed. And then Reggie like, oh, so it's like that? Man. Because MPJ got a dunk before then. Jamal get a steal and then threw the ball up in the half court shot. Nope, no backboard, no nothing.
I just want to give a shout out to Kevin Harlan, bro. Probably one of the greatest sports play-by-play broadcasters to ever walk this planet, bro.
Oh boy, yeah, he's definitely not. Because God rest his soul. Craig Sager.
Craig Sager
is definitely up there. Is one of them. I like who's that other guy that I know John Madden. He used to call games. I used to watch replays of him calling the games as well too. But yeah, definitely as you said, like he's
Kevin
definitely.
Harlan.
One of the best.
Dolphins have like a great record when he like literally calls their games.
Yeah, wonderful. So that means we need to talk to Kevin and see if we can.
That's what I didn't even notice it. Like one of the nerd fans end up pulling up our statistics. Dolphins literally are like, I want to say like 20 and something.
Interesting.
Like 20 and like 4 when he calls our games.
Let me see if he has the social media so I can talk to Kevin. But yeah, bro, like you said, like fam, this series is far from over, and I know you said the Wolves in 6, and I said the Nuggets in 7. Mm-hmm. I'm sticking with my pick. I'm saying the Nuggets in 7. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I'm saying Nuggets are not gonna be able to pull this series out, and the Timberwolves are gonna wake up because there's no, bro. They literally just lost 2 straight games. They were 6-0 before they, obviously the adjustments that's being made by the Nuggets is clearly getting to them. But at some point, bro, the Timberwolves, to me on paper, they're still the more solid team. Why? Because with that Rudy Gobert and Cat down in the post, they have what it takes to put Jokic under control. But
you sure about that? Because I ain't see that for the first 2 games. I've seen
game
that.
3, like you just
the first 2 games, yeah, like I said, I've seen that. But like I said, game 3 and game 4, it can be done. But it's only so much longer that you can contain. And not even that. It's mainly about, Aaron Gordon had a great game. Mm-hmm. He had, 27 points. He only missed 1 shot. Michael Porter Jr. he's bound to do for a great game. Jamal Murray, we know that he's gonna start out slow. You know, if they play defense on him like they did for the first 2 games, then obviously he's screwed. But I feel like Jamal Murray will figure it out some way along the way. Christian Brown has been a solid piece for them. KCP, even though his stats don't really like pop out like that, but on the defensive side, he's been pretty solid himself as well too. Now I know they don't really have the team like they did last year due to, you know, them losing a couple of guys in the offseason. But at the end of the day, like, I'm still a guy that just says like experience over everything. Now if Minnesota wins, I won't be mad at it. But I know at the end of the day, like you said, on paper, yeah, Minnesota may be the better team, but I know for a fact the Nuggets, they've been here before. They know what it takes to win it, and they're not even that. Like, this is literally like what's standing in their way of repeating, pretty much. Because the next round, you either gonna get OKC or Dallas.
If it goes to 7, I'm still rocking with the Wolves.
That's gonna be back in Denver. That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna be back in Denver.
And they already slapped
they did twice
Denver there, so it's like I'm firmly believe that they could still get it done, despite the slump. They're gonna overcome that. Baby Jordan is what we're gonna call him from now on for the rest of this series. Baby Jordan. If y'all don't know who Baby Jordan is, go watch the next game. Well, yeah, tomorrow. So he gonna get it done, and hopefully his sidekicks are able to.
Yeah, well, that's the main thing, because I know that AE will show up, like I said, but will Cat be Cat that we know of?
Cat needs to just provide at least 25, 30. Because Cat is the second man.
He is.
To, you know, provide that spark. And from him, you're going to have to probably look. Rudy Gobert is not a point scorer, but. He's
not. But at the end of the day, you won your 4th Defensive Player of the Year award. You know, congratulations to you joining Ben Wallace. And I forgot the other. I think it was Mutombo that also won 4 times as well, too. But, bro, like, you're literally a liability on defense. So it's like, are you going to show up and be that defensive presence and help? Or
so I realized how they break down that pick and roll. They be doing this crazy pick and roll, and Jokic has a crazy floater game on him.
I'm telling you.
They do that. They do a little pick and roll, and he at the free throw, and it just drops. And it's like, how do you stop that? How do you?
You can't, bro. Like I said, Jokic's gonna be Jokic.
Go to the film. go watch some film and figure out how to stop that. If you stop that, you're back in this series. Because I watched Jokic in that crunch, in that last game, during crunch time, in that last, call it 3 minutes, he hit about 4 or 5 of those shots.
Yeah.
That same little pick and roll to the basket. He's literally by the free throw line. He just floats it up every time. He doesn't even drive close enough to Rudy. Because you know Rudy will give him the business.
Absolutely.
And he just floats it, bro.
But
we got it. They got to figure that out. If anything, I think that's a very crucial, is protecting that paint and minimizing those pick and rolls. Find a way to pull cat pretty much. Mm-hmm. Whoever the pick and roll is, they gotta switch. You can't have Anthony Edwards guarding him off a pick and roll, and no.
You know, I know Anthony is going to do it, but you're exerting too much on defense, and they're going to need you on that offensive end.
Yeah, bro, listen, bro, it's that pick and roll is killer. I watched it literally, and that's what killed them. They could have pretty much forced their way back into the game, but that pick and roll action that they had going on was just killer. So.
But you know, we'll see what happens tomorrow, because I know that game does come on tomorrow. But really quickly before we end the podcast, because you know that Knicks and Pacers.
Yeah, I just want to say that.
That one, bro. That's
tied up too.
Not even that. My main. I don't know if you feel this way, but my main thing is that I know the coach that Coach Tibbs is. He's a good coach. You know, I'm not going to sit here and throw disrespect on him. Mm-hmm. But you can clearly see that these guys are tired, bro. These guys are playing. Josh Hart has been playing like every single minute up until the last game when they got their ass spanked. Mm-hmm. But these guys are playing like a lot of minutes, dog. You're not really resting like your starters per se, because they don't really have a bench as like Indiana does. Mm-hmm. So that's what's going to mess them up in the long run, because Jalen Brunson, he's tired. He's already pretty much hobbled at this point. He can't really hide it. Mm-hmm. You know, DiVincenzo has been hobbled up to this point. Mm-hmm. Josh Hart, as much as, you know, he say like it doesn't really bother him, like, bro, like you playing every minute, it's going to catch up to you at some point. Mm-hmm. So I like, for Coach Tibbs, like he got to find some type of way to be like, okay, let me try and, you know, ease the load on these. I know that we do need them because we're in the playoffs here. Like you said, it's 2-2. Mm-hmm. Now we got to go back to New York. We got to win on our court.
They got to win.
We got, instead of coming back down to Indiana down 3-2.
They got to figure it out. Honestly, I'm glad that you brought that series up specifically. Because I had the Knicks winning it.
I had the Knicks winning too.
in 6 at least. Well,
It's
it's still possible.
It's still very much possible. But Indiana,
the way Indiana's last 2 games, they spanked them.
He literally
straight spanked. There is no. They won by 5.
No.
They spanked them both games.
that
easily.
last game was an annihilation, bro.
So, the Pacers, in case y'all don't know, the Pacers have been the number 1 pace-rated team in the NBA from start to finish of the season. And if you don't know what pace means, it means how they push the ball, the speed and the momentum they go with the ball.
Yep.
So if they get a fast break, they're down the court with it. Quick basket, boom.
And then right back on
at
offense
it.
end.
They're back at you. So they speed up the game speed pretty much overall. And if you're doing that to a team, the team can't get a chance to kind of like slow the game down for themselves. And
No. As much as you want
they're
to.
always going to be in control, and they're always going to be able to put points on the board. And before you know it, you're down 20, 30 points.
Yep.
And that's what's been killing the New York Knicks the last 2 games. And like you said, he's got to pretty much figure out.
Some way, somehow, bro. Like I said, I know their bench is not as deep as
can't burn
Indiana.
out. You got to trust somebody out there to.
Yeah, I'm telling you, because you're going to burn out these players, bro, and it's going to catch. It's starting to catch up with them a little bit. I don't care what nobody tell, because I see that, bro. I see when the Knicks players went to the bench, like after like he literally benched and was like, okay, we wait the white flag. Them dudes are tired, bro. Yep. That's like the most. That's the most minutes that they ever sat on the bench since probably the playoffs ever started, dog. Them boys are tired.
They ain't got no. Listen. Right now, I don't even know what to call it. Right now, they probably have to honestly just. Well, I hope they get enough rest.
I hope so
because
too.
they are going to play the whole game coming.
Coming up. Yeah, because
they
now
have to.
You're in a crucial game 5 right now.
You cannot
on your home court.
Yeah, you cannot afford to go down, because Indiana is going to spank you.
And you go back to Indiana down 3-2.
Yeah, they're going to spank you. You call it the series. You're done.
Literally.
So, play out your heart. I'd rather you play out your heart, win game 5, lose game 6 in Indiana.
Come back for a 7.
And then come out in 7, and then play out your heart again. And
because next round,
right now, Boston going to be waiting.
Yeah,
Boston's spanking.
It seems like Boston will close this out next round because Donovan Mitchell missed today's game. He was
fucking
hurt.
Idiot. I'm sorry. No disrespect. Fucking idiot. You can't afford it. I don't care how. Take a steroid injection in your foot and rub 2 icy hot on that shit and go out there and go, bro, there's no more game. Bro, you can't afford to miss. Same shit that happened with Terry Rozier.
Yeah, I know we spoke about this last week, bro.
You pissed me off, Terry Rozier, with that shit.
I'm sorry for laughing,
Rub some
bro. I'm
icy hot
sorry,
on
dog.
that shit and go out there and go play. You're getting paid millions of dollars talking about your foot feels sore. Nigga, I don't want to hear that. And you couldn't, me personally as a coach, you couldn't come to my office and tell me that.
Coach,
because I'm going to take just like this. I'm going to take off my glasses and I'm going to set them down on the table and I said, sit down in the seat, son. Let me tell you something. You know, let me tell you something, son. We are down 2-1. This is game 4. And you expect me. No, this not in game 4. It's game 5.
Game 5, yeah.
And you expect me to rely on those niggas out there? And you my best scorer? Get the fuck out of my office and go suit up. I'll see you out there in the warm-ups. Exactly what I'm telling you, bro. I'm not even on no joking. I'm being dead ass, bro. Because that's blasphemy. You game 5, bro. No, bro. No, bro. No, bro. No.
It was still a close game, given the fact. You know, they only lost by 7, but yeah.
Your best player, if he was out there, they would have won.
Yeah, your best player has to be out there.
And this is why he should have.
They would have been 2-2 instead of 3-1.
He was like, all right, you don't feel too well? All right, I'm going to limit your minutes. You're going to play max 30. I'm going to split you up between the 4 quarters and probably give you 10 apiece, or like 8 here, 12 here, and somehow accolade it up to 30. Mm-hmm. But I need you out there, bro. This is the playoffs, bro.
You're my best player. And the best player's got to be on the court at the remaining
this point,
minutes.
I don't even know if I want him on the Heat no more. Because after I seen he just did some Terry Rozier shit.
I'll take D-Mitch, bro. I'll take D-Mitch, dog.
You can't. That's right there. That shows you can't rely on him because a little sore. If your foot ain't severed off and cut off, bro, there's no reason. Or if it ain't broken, severed off, there's no reason you can't go out there and go play, bro.
Even if it's broken or severed off, find some way, bro. Put on a prosthetic leg. Let's make it happen. Because like you said, it's not regular season where we could be like next game.
You gotta.
Your season is literally on the brink right now.
You see what what's his name did from the Nuggets? Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
His foot wasn't fully.
His calf.
He went out there and he spanked the Lakers. And one hit the game winner.
Twice.
And closed that shit out.
Twice.
So, you can say dog from a cat. Dog from a cat.
Why you say dog from a pup, bro? Why you gotta put cat?
Cat.
A puss?
That's puss shit
A
right there. He
puss,
just
bro?
did.
Yo,
That was
what
some puss. That's some shit he just did right there, bro. And I rest my case. There is nothing left after this, bro.
No, that's it. You know, we're not
So now your team has got their back
season.
against the wall the whole series. Every game is a must win.
Yeah.
And they're going to get spanked.
They are.
They're going to get spanked. And Boston is about to be sitting, drinking mimosas and waiting
Pretty
until
much.
whoever wins this Knicks and Pacers series.
Yeah, milk-
and
eat
right
milk
now
and
it's
cookies.
looking like the Pacers got this in control. So we're going to see what's happening. Bro.
We gonna see, bro. We gonna see, but yo, this man's so stupid, bro. This man said puss. Hey, but we reached the end of the show, man. You know, the Mavericks and the Thunder are playing right now. Hopefully, you know, the Thunder win this one because I'm going
They're
for the
not.
Thunder in this series.
They're not winning it.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm not, you know, you feel me? I do like
If
Kyrie
Luka's playing
and
still. He's playing? Luka's playing tonight?
I think he's playing tonight. I'll check and see when I get to the crib. I'll check and see when I get to the crib. But, you know, we reached the end of the pod, you know, so you want to go ahead and give your shout-outs, bro?
You know, shout outs to you. You know, shout outs to God, first and foremost. You know, shout outs to Rico as well. You know, for setting up everything. You know, week by week as we give y'all this content. You know, we appreciate y'all for always tuning in and everything. You know, obviously playoffs are in the midst. We're about to reach conference finals within the next week.
Lord
so
have
y'all
mercy
look out
on
for
us,
that. And then it's, you know, NBA finals. But hey man, it's just sports, and you know what it turned out. Also, shout out to the Florida Panthers spanking the Bruins. One more, just need one more. So go out there and go get that. Man, I think they play tomorrow night. Yeah, they play tomorrow night. So I want to throw that in there. Go ahead, bro.
You really
Roar, Panther Nation.
That's so stupid, but you know, shout out to God always for making us see another day. You know, shout out to my brother Sean for always coming on and having these sports talk with me for sure. Definitely appreciate that more than anything. My boy Rico, you know, I'm gonna see my boy at the Anime Fest on Saturday. So anybody that's out there that's going to Anime Fest in Miami, you know, y'all boys go check out, you know, Freestyle Anime Podcast for sure. Definitely get at a look. You know, as Sean said, as the sports season is winding down, you know, we about to be in a little bit of a boring season.
Off season for us a little bit.
So let's enjoy it while we can, you know, you feel me? Because the playoffs are definitely heating up for sure. You know, as we're about to be in the conference and then obviously in the NBA, and then we got to wait till August for college football and then September for NFL. But, you know, just shout out to y'all. Make sure y'all like, y'all comment, subscribe, and we'll see y'all next week with another episode.
Sir.